Pastors are one of the major problems of the church. Fathers of faith, sit up and address this elephant in the room. If not, the elephant will eventually destroy the room. Our fathers have let down so much of a political ground in ministry for us than the scriptures. Hello, I am Joshua Inwewe. I've made lots of videos addressing pastors and music ministers, charging money and dragging this and that. As a young preacher, I've been in this field for quite some time. I was born into church, and I can tell you one or two by the special grace of God. Every minister, every disciple is like their discipler. When they saw their behavior, they saw that they were behaving like Christ. Hence the name Christian. So while we deal with the extensions, let's not forget to deal with the roots. And that is what I want to talk about today. You see, pastors are one of the major problems of the church, if not the key problem of the church. And I'm sorry, what our fathers have let down is haunting us. It's already haunting us. Our fathers have let down so much of a political ground in ministry for us than the scriptures. You see, the whole problem began when fathers started preaching. We hear a father will say things, a father that you esteem, a father that you trust and respect so much will come up and say, if you have pastored a church for 10 years and you are still pastoring 100 people, 20 people, you are not called. Shut down the church. A father will say stuff like, if you are broke as a pastor, you are not called. And then the pressure now came on the young preachers. Pressure to become popular, pressure to become famous, pressure to become rich. Then they started looking for means to become popular and make the money. So the young preachers started doing what they call RNG because they wanted to become popular. You now realize that young pastors started visiting native doctors, visiting shrines, all because they wanted crowd. And then the same fathers are now coming to be announcing young pastors, young preachers are desperate. They are going to native doctors, they are going to shrine to gather crowd. And they forgot what they told us. They forgot that they told us if you don't have crowd, you are not called. They forgot that they told us if you are still broke, you are not called. They forgot all the stories that they told us that mounted the pressure on us. As young preachers, let me tell you, have you realized that most of the pastors that are being caught with diabolic things are young pastors? Have you realized that most pastors that are caught with diabolic substance are young pastors? Most pastors that are mostly caught with money launderers are young pastors. Why are our fathers of faith not caught with some of those things, those charms? Because they sold out a message that mounted pressure. It became worse. That if you don't have money, no father wants to identify with you. Just give them so much tithe, give them offering, sow seed, sow cars. You will have a father. Then it moved on to cliques. This father has his clique, the other father has his clique, and it kept on moving. And so when young ministers and young gospel singers around us started seeing what pastors were enjoying, find out the things that we do is not the same thing they are doing. For you to come for a meeting, they will send you money. And you will come, very fine, nobody, there's no problem. And then you come almost to your ministration, and they come the same time. And when you are done ministering, you exit the building, the same thing that they are doing. Yes, the same thing that they are doing. Will fathers fold their hands and stop their feet and watch young ministers dying every day? But I keep saying all the time, if fathers don't sit up, I just pray that our fathers of faith today are not turning out to be the old prophet that misdirected the young prophet. I just pray. But the faith of today is not such that you can mislead a young prophet and you go free. Fathers, I am calling your attention. Whatsoever you said to us that is affecting the young preachers today, that is mounting pressure on the young preacher today, I am begging fathers, sit with yourselves and plan it. If not, you will labor in vain. You told us all of that has mounted pressure on us. I will rest my case. There's so much I want to say, but I just don't want to go beyond my boundaries. But fathers of faith in Nigeria, I am calling your attention. If we do not revisit the things we have said, you have taught us over the years that were lies. If you do not visit them and cross-check them and come out to make a proper address of those things. I'm sorry. What is coming is unimaginable. And I fear, especially for the faith in Nigeria. Let's keep building big churches. Let's keep building cathedrals. When there are no successors, there are no young preachers to take over. Let's keep building. But with time, we will know what we actually built. Fathers of faith, sit up and address this elephant in the room. If not, the elephant will eventually destroy the room. Until then, don't ever forget, you don't fail.